What's up, guys? Trackzook here. Today, we're going to do something a little different. We are going to do a turn-by-turn analysis of my most recent outing at Eagles Canyon Raceway. This was on my 2015 Yamaha R3, aka the Gixxer 3000, and this was the full-length course going counterclockwise. So like I said, we're going turn by turn. We're going to break down everything I did right and everything I did wrong. This was a pretty exciting day for me. I did set a PR on this bike, albeit a slow one. I ran a 220. That was 9 seconds quicker than the last time I did counterclockwise, though, so super pumped. But anyways, let's get into it. You'll be able to see my lines on the right side. On the left side, we're going to look at when I go to the brakes, how late I'm trailing in, throttle application, body position, lack of screwdriver grip. You're going to see it all. So let's get into it. All right. Going into turn one. First thing, let's see where I hit the brakes. All right, so we are on the brakes right before the 3 board. My plan here was to grab at the 3 board, if not a little bit later. So last session of the day, pretty tired, getting on the brakes a little premature here, but not the end of the world. Start fading in a little earlier than I probably should have, so I end up early apexing this. Not ideal. Actually end up missing the apex, so really not ideal. But from here, the goal was get on the gas quickly, stand the bike back up, and tip it over into turn 2, get some good drive out here. It just is hard for me to reconcile getting on the gas when adding wing angle, but with these small bikes, you can get away with it. So that's what I was really working through on this day. So let's keep going. Pretty happy with the exit there. Hit the apex, bring it all the way out to the edge of the track. I'm not mad about it. Could have got on the gas a little bit earlier, but I'll take it. Felt like I had a pretty good entry here. Might have shed a little too much speed, but I thought my entry line was good. Let's see if I can hold it. Probably should have ran out a little wider, maintained a little more corner speed, ran a wider arc. I think I might be a little shallow here, but the exit of 3B is not all that important, so I'm told. But let's see if I get on the gas soon enough here. Hit the apex, although not crucial. I think the issue here, though, is I don't set up turn 4 very well. So let's see if I run out wide enough. I'd say no. I think I should have swung out a little bit wider, and I grabbed 5th here. Seemed to help quite a bit. Missed the apex a little, but it's okay. So going into 5, I am way shallow. I think I should have been quite a bit further over. Let's see if I hit the apex. Nowhere near the apex. Miles away from the apex. And I think, with this being an uphill section, I think I've totally blown this one. I felt like I was going very quickly through here, but I get on the gas late. I think I really butchered what this could have been. Yeah, just cost myself a lot of speed there. So earlier in the day, I was entering turn 6 in 5th gear. I kept having this weird fuel cut deal, and I think I was actually hitting the limiter, being all the way over on the side of the tire. I just don't think I realized it. So short shifting in the sixth, did not have that issue anymore. So that helped considerably. That said, I think I don't quite turn in sharp enough on this. And I'm at like 80, 85% throttle, whereas I think I should have been at wide open, but let's double check. Yeah, did you see that? Watch my wrist over here. So I roll on right here. Yeah, I think I went a little slow too through 7 right here. I think I could have carried a little bit more speed, but 8 has been the bane of my existence since the first day I went out to this track. I was struggling with it all day today as well. Felt like I was doing a little bit better with it here towards the end of the day, but let's just see. You can see right here, turned in too soon. Should have late apex this, turned in way too soon. Think I might have shed a little too much speed too. Not only did I mess up turning in, I totally missed the apex. I entered this from a hair over middle line. I think I should have been way over to the left here and just thrown it down and got on the gas. So kind of boogered 9 and 10 too. Yeah, I think I entered 10 too shallow and I'm not quite full on, but kinda just costing myself so much exit speed right here. Yeah, you can see I didn't go wide open until right there towards the end. Watch my hand. I'm at maybe 80 here, and then we crack on. All right, on the brakes way too early here. So I made contact with the brake lever, I think at the 4 board. I was shooting for the 3 board, if not a hair later, all day. And I think, like I said earlier, just being last session, being tired, I think I got on the brakes prematurely here. So probably bled off a little too much speed here as well. And drifted in a little early. Again, I think I early apexed it. Should have waited and then tossed it over a little bit. On the gas late here. Maybe could have cut over a little more towards the left side of the track, but I don't think that was awful. But short shifted in the 5th here and then tried to get on the gas. But I think I end up missing this apex too. And early apexing it. Not using all the track. I was happy with that entry line. Felt like that was a good entry. I think I shed too much speed though, because I have to get back on the gas here pretty quickly. I think I ran that out about as wide as I needed to. Maybe I could have gotten over a hair more, but again, not too bad. Might have tipped in a little early here. I think if I would have tipped in a little later, I could have had some really good drive here. Oddly enough, though, through I'd say starting around turn 12 all the way through the exit of 14, that's where I gained the most time compared to my previous lap, which was the 221. So I want to say in that section of 12, 13, and 14, I shaved zero point 0.6 seconds off my lap time. So I was getting through here a little bit quicker. You can really just see the lack of screwdriver here too. Like I should have been way over and just lightly on the inside bar, and I'm just ham fisting it. So definitely something I really need to work on. And I didn't make it into 15. They called the session right here at the end, but like I said, I was looking at my race box data, and at the top of 14, when I got onto the straight, I was zero point 0.6 seconds ahead of my previous lap. So we're gonna call it a 220. It was an unofficial 220. We're calling it a 220. But yeah, some takeaways for me from this session. Um, Definitely need to work on late apexing. Definitely need to work on braking a little bit later and not shedding so much speed off. Need to work on using the entire track. I ran narrow in a lot of places. Um, Getting on the gas sooner, I think, is a really big one for me, and I can see it in my tire wear too. I get a little bit of shelving on the back tire, which I think I'm standing the bike up, or coasting before I get on the gas. So need to work on that. Maybe add some maintenance throttle instead of just coasting and just go. And then screwdriver grip. I feel like I'm tight on the grips. I'm not putting a lot of weight into them, but I'm squeezing them tightly. So really need to work on lightening up on that. But I think I should be able to shave an easy 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So hoping for a 217 next time I get out there. Hopefully I can put it all together and get there. But I think from 217 down is going to be a little challenging. Definitely going to have to work at it. But thank you for watching. If you're still here, feel free to like, subscribe, drop a comment below. Let me know, what you think I could really improve on, if there's anything that I'm leaving out. And if you liked this format of video from me, let me know. Loved making a video like this. And it honestly, it's extremely helpful for me to just look back on my footage and reflect on everything that I did right and everything that I didn't do right. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.